The old physician let out sighs and removed the stethoscope. The elderly man could be seen in the dimly lit study, which was filled with dust and a sickly sweet stench. In the corner of the room, which was much larger than what most people would call a study, there was an extensive-looking bed, a man undergoing medical examination, and a physician conducting it. There was also what appeared to be a servant watching over the whole scene. Naruto is my friend. There's no less a friend than you and has stood by my side even longer than you have. The man who had bared his chest for the stethoscope spoke unapologetically as he straightened out his clothes. Kinzo-san. Body only appears to be well thanks to the effects of the medicine. However, if you continue to drink such strong spirits, the treatment will become meaningless. Trust my judgment. Temper your drinking. I thank you as I'm only for the sentence. My friend. Genji. Another glass. Water down slightly. That way Nanjo can save face. Are you quite sure, sir? After eyeing both the master demanded the alcohol and his doctor who forbade it, Genji, the old butler, silently gave us light nod and carried out his master's orders faithfully. Nanjo, the man's personal doctor, let out a deep sigh once again as he watched the butler busy himself along the liquor cabinet. There was a smell filling up the room. This sweet, poisonous aroma felt as though it melted the heart, but not the soul itself. It was the smell of that venomous green drink that the man couldn't bring himself apart from. Nanjo, my close friend for many years. I'm deeply grateful for all that you have done to keep me alive this long. I have done nothing. After all, you never lose my advice as a physician. I warn you about mistaken chest move you're about to make. My lord? Thank you. One die if you ran out of your medicine, but I wouldn't have ran out of this. One eye on Anjo, who had his face set in a resigned expression, Kinzo took the glass that Genji was holding out to him and viewed it. There are probably very few people who would associate the venomous color which filled the glass with an alcoholic beverage. Anjo. Be honest with me. How much time do I have left? Oh, now... How short must I make it to get you to stop drinking? Anjo once again let out a sigh of resignation. As he watched Kinzo down the glass regardless, he spoke. Don't have much time. What precisely do you mean by that? Let us illustrate it with a chess game here. Closing out the game quite well, but I do not always see you cornering my king. Nanjo's gaze was directed to the side table with a stately chess set placed on top of it. With my positioning of the match was well sent to the endgame. The black rook and bishop were cutting deeply into the enemy's line. White king already been castled and cornered, so that even an amateur could see that the match would result in its conclusion before long. Every time Nanjo came to give a medical examination, both of them would make a few moves. Nanjo was sitting with calm sense. Kinzo would most likely fall into his eternal sleep before this game could be concluded. These were less the words of a physician than they were the words of an old friend. Were you a normal patient, I would recommend you right away at this point. it's a will, Nanjo. And ran instructions to the vultures on a devour and scattered my corpse. No, not at all. As I suggested, is a way for you to record your will for later generations. It is far more than just a means of it, but of your inheritance. Oh. Apart from the mission of inheritance, what might I write of? Oh, his regrets, as left unfinished. Things you want to pass on, and things you want to tell. Anything you want. Things I want to pass down, things I want to tell. Ridiculous. I, Ushiro Miya Kinzo. Now one thing I want to tell and leave behind. I was born with nothing. I will die with nothing. Something was to lead to my foolish children. If the end were to come today, if it were to come right now, I shall accept this fate of death without a trace of fear. Kinzo-san? I created everything. My fortune, my prestige, everything. Those are built up by me. They'll be lost along with me. There's nothing I wish to leave behind. Nothing. For God, no care if it all goes to waste. I desire no tomb, no coffin. Those are the terms and contract made with the witch. When I die, everything will be lost. That has been part of the promise at the beginning. That's why nothing will be left behind. There is nothing I can leave behind. After reaching a furious crescendo, Kinzo suddenly slumped over. His expression was limp and feeble. His own evil spirit had possessed him and then left. However, I do have one regret. Nothing behind, but there's one thing I cannot leave undone. Would do well to write it down then? Of course, it would be best if you could finish before your time comes. However, even if the worst happens, those who come after you will carry to completion. Let's look behind your regrets so they can resolve even if you're unable to do so yourself. That is the purpose of a will. Nanjo tried to gently pat Kinzo's shoulder. The dying man flew into a sudden rage and batted away Nanjo's hand. That is no good, no good, no good! That must be done while I still live. The moment of my death, my soul will be devoured by the demons of contract and wiped from existence. For me, there will be no peace or another world after death. That's why everything must be done before I go. That's why a will has no meaning to me. I had the time to write such a thing. I had such time to spare. I'd want to see it. I want to see it one more time. I want to see Beatrice's smiling face one last time. Oh, Beatrice. Why do you resist me so? I return everything you have given me right this very moment. I'm prepared to lose everything. So please, show me your smile just one more time. Beatrice, I beg you, let me hear this final plea. That's the kind of woman you are. I beg of you, show yourself to me. You're here, aren't you? You're standing there, visible, into every word I say. Now you're mocking from somewhere in this room, aren't you? Please, stand before me one more time and smile. If you stole me, and stop trying my life by your own hands if you wish. I don't want to die alone like this. I can't let myself die doesn't you smile just one more time. Beatrice! Beatrice! Ah, Beatrice! The first day, October 4th, 1986. Whoa. Things sure moved with the times. Can't believe we were able to make the trip in just 20 minutes. I couldn't help but scratch my head and marvel at how far things have come in recent years. We used to go by boat. Back then, we were forced to endure nearly half a day of swaying back and forth over the sea before we reached Nijima. Things have gotten so much more convenient these days. No, I've never been on a plane this small. Flown in a huge jumbo jet before. This will be my first experience in such a tiny one. It's kind of shake, isn't it? They say smaller boats shake more than big ones, so I guess the same rule probably applies to planes. Just spare me. Don't you worry, Battler-kun. It shakes much less than the boat did. Yeah? Is that you, George Anaki? Of course, after all, it's been 6 since then. You're not kidding more, haha. Sheesh, you are old enough to smoke and drink. I've got no interest in smoking, but I've always wanted to try some booze. Well, if you got your dad's genes, I'll bet you can own. I usually drink for business rather than pleasure. It's hard to do business in Japan without it. That's exactly right. That's why I never miss a chance to get in some practice. That's so good, Battler-kun. You're so minor. I know I can son the growth of... never mind. Come on, I'm done enough already. In fact, it'd be easier to find clothes if I shrunk a little. I puffed my chest out proudly. I had my growth for my head was below average in my class. Then I grew and grew, and before I knew it, I'd passed 180 centimeters, 5 feet 11 inches. I guess I have all the muscle training and those shady mail-order performance-enhancing drugs to thank for that. Before then, I never dreamed that I'd shoot 10 centimeter above George Anaki, who'd reach his peak height early on. Yeah, I bet my relatives all say, "Look how big you go, Battler-chan," or something. That was so embarrassing. I wish they just gave me a break. Anyway, my name, Battler. Oh, it's pretty damn weird, don't you think? I gotta wonder what my parents were thinking when they named me that. Or anyone who could read it right the first time. I usually get called Sento-kun. Sorry, that's not even close. My name is redid. Can you read it? The first part is my family name, Ushiromiya. That's a fairly plausible Japanese pronunciation so far. The problem is my given name is made up of the characters fight and person, and it's pronounced Battler. Put it all together, you got Ishiromiya Battler. Pretty crazy, right? It's crazy enough that my parents decided to call me that, but it's even more crazy that some government worker let them make it official. Both the groups are at the top of my must-kill list. Anyway, this is one of my cousins. His name, pronounced Ushiromiya George. He's 5 years older than me, so he must be turning 23 this year. Since Ushiromiya cousins consist of 2 boys and 2 girls, I end up playing with George all the time. And because I've always thought of him as a big brother, I still call him Anaki today. Whoa, Battler-kun, look how big you've gotten. You know what they say, live a boy for 3 days and you'll hardly recognize him. It must be in the blood. Rudolph wasn't that tall either until his high school years. Perhaps he will end up taller if their growth spurt comes late. Nah, it's nothing special. Real man needs to be tough on the inside too. Exactly. Battler-kun here knows how it works. Real men win or lose based on what they've got inside. Can't ever forget to keep up your training and discipline. Gotta do that weight very lightly for the moment, and straight. Now, never even imagined that I'd become the company president I am today, master my own domain. Yep, think I've come this far after starting out penniless and ruined. The stout, plump old guy is George Anaki's dad, Uncle Hideyoshi. He's the husband of Dad's older sister. In other words, we're not blood related. He's nice to children, so spoiled all the time, and even quick to give some spending money to his kids. Simply put, he's an awesome uncle. He speaks in an odd and very noticeable Kansai dialect, but he's actually a natural-born Kanto man. Apparently, impressions are everything in the business world. Just speaking a different style than other people is the act that makes him stick out more. However, I hear he gets embarrassed when talking within earshot of a real Kansai person, so he switches back to standard Japanese. I don't really get it, but he's definitely an interesting person. If only you weren't so quick to brag about your life story. That's not for now, I think. I'm sure Battler's getting tired of it, Aren't you? Nope, not at all. Nothing wrong with that. I think it's pretty cool for a man to have some stories he can brag about. I don't have anything like that at all. Oh, really? I can imagine a man with your looks and he was crying left and right. Can't believe you have nothing at all to brag about. Oh, what? You're joking, right? Of course nothing weird like that's ever happened to me. Heck, I wish it would. Come on, you aren't fooling anyone. You must tell your aunt all about it later. After all, nothing of the sort ever happens to George. This is George Anaki's mother, Aunt Eva? She's my dad's older sister. She and Uncle Hideyoshi are a pair of jokers, and they've always teased me, back as far as I can remember. This sometimes made them a bit hard to get along with when I was small. Oh, I guess the events of the last 30 seconds prove that they can simply hard to get along with. Even so, George Anaki's family is interesting and fun, and they seem to get along just fine. Sheesh, that's pretty much the total opposite of my family. Adler-kun, have you seen Rudolph-san? Huh? He headed off to the bathroom a while ago. Is he not back yet? Maybe the poor geezer dropped dead and... No. That's no way to talk about your own father. So, this is the first time seeing so long in the bathroom. Yeah, the guy's always been that way. You really have to take the magazine with him every time he needs to take a dump. I don't know what's he doing in there with those particular magazines. Since we've been together, I haven't let him do that on his own. Oh, I'll have to get the juicy details later. Looks like Dad's got his ball as an iron grip. You know exactly what would happen with that man if I didn't keep a tight grip, don't you? You're the only one capable of reining in that old bastard. Yes, leave it to me. After all, that's my specialty. This woman is my father's wife. Her name is Ishiromiya Kairi. As you can probably tell from her conversation, she's not my real mother. She's basically my stepmother. My real mom died 6 years ago, and Kairi-san is the woman Dad married afterwards. It's understandable for someone my age. I can never remember myself call his new wife Mom. Now she feels like using the word son on this massive kid who's no relation to her at all. We aren't little kids. We know there's nothing to be gained by fighting. So we decided that we wouldn't force ourselves to pretend that we were family. Decided to act a bit more frank with her, acting as though she's a friendly neighbor instead. It'd be much easier just to keep our distance instead of forcing ourselves to act all close and making each other uncomfortable. Kairi-san has always been very open about all this, and thanks to that, we've been able to get along pretty well. Then, just started bad-mouthing Dad about being in the bathroom. The man himself came back, wiping his hands with a handkerchief. Butler! Hey, what's up, Dad? Ow! Don't pinch my ear! Gah! You've been talking trash about me with Mom again, haven't you? What makes it so hard to show a little respect for your father, Ow! Damn it, that hurts! You can stretch my ear all you want, but I'm not gonna be able to fly. Oh, that hurts! Come on now. Up, down, left, right. Now say, Father, please forgive me for being so rude. Hi, cow, I will. You'll find yourself some members only store if you want it that much. Yeah, let go! This old bastard is my dad. This old bastard, I think I'm pretty tall myself, but Dad's just about as tall as I am. So surprised Aunt Eva started talking about Dad's blood when she saw my height. By the way, my height isn't the only thing I got from him. I'm just having weird names running the family. Dad's full name is written. You can't read it, can you? Come on, it's just... Anyway, this guy's pronounced Rudolph. He must say grandfather giving him that name. Dude, that's no reason to pass that weird name tradition on to me. As the old bastard twists my ear all over the place, Aunt Eva snuck up behind him and grabbed his ear. Hey, Rudolph, you should know better than to physically abuse your son. That hurts on a key. The scene perfectly illustrates the relation between the prankster younger brother and the older sister who could deal out punishment to him despite his size. I think that's good enough for now, Eva-san. I'll make sure to stretch out his other ear later. Oh, my apologies. Rudolph, make sure Kari-san gives you lots and lots of punishment later on, okay? I want to talk, Aneki. Using your brother like that? Hayashi Nissan, I'd like to thank you very much for picking her up. If you hadn't been so generous, she'd still be unsewed in the store. You have my gratitude and apologies. What? Who are you calling unsewed? After taking 3 steps back, Aunt Eva unleashed one of her beautiful high reverse roundhouse kick, which stopped just a centimeter away from the tip of Dad's nose. After starting out with Tai Chi Chun for her figure, Aunt Eva then developed interest in Chinese martial arts. Out of that, she went through karate, taekwondo, capoeira, and what is it she's learning now again? Well, anyway, they say a woman's weapons are in her lower body, and that's literally true for Eva. Rudolph? I didn't know that single blow to the side of the head like that would knock you unconscious. Not so long ago, it actually connected in practice match. My opponent was knocked out cold. Eesh, what a pain. I'm sorry she can't help walking like a freak. Dad, completely in the face, shrugged and smiled ironically at Uncle Hideyoshi. Wahaha! I'm a brother, says myself. So when I see you two bickering with each other, it makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. Sure is nice to have a big family. Oh, why not consider making a little brother for George-kun? Sorry if finding out he's about to go off on his own, so it might be a good time to have another child. Hey, have a little sympathy for the new kid. What pain is suffering you'd have to live through. I'm surprised you and George couldn't turn out as well as he did after being born from this sinister sister of mine. And what an awesome kid he is. Please share some of that with our blockheaded son someday, will you? That's how it all happened. Thanks to Eva Nissan's proper rearing that George-kun became the kind, gentle kid he is now. Isn't that right, Nissan? Oh, come now. You think so? Our George shows a long way to go. Ah, by the way, how's your little auntie-chan doing? Heard she was vomiting? Oh, that's right. I was hoping to finally see her face after such a long time. Is she okay? She often catches a cold when the seasons change. She's very frail. I did want to bring her along, but we decided to have my family look after her this time. I think that's a wise move. She'll feel a lot better if she stays away from that Venice head family household. Child's health is always more important than adults' convenience, don't you think? I know some great business for vomiting codes like that. When we get back home, I'll send you some right away, so please let her try some. Thank you very much, Hideyoshi-Nissan. I'm always in your debt. And once the conversation suddenly veered off in that direction, we just didn't have any chance of butting in. But now I'm just happy Aunt Eva gave Dad his just desserts for tugging my ear. I was out waiting for the weather report? George Aneki pointed at the counter. The checking weather sign was still stuck next to the departure times of the flight we were scheduled aboard. According to Aneki, small planes are more subject to winds and other effects of the weather. And it's not at all uncommon for flights to be delayed because of that. Wait a second, we are totally sure it's not going to shake, right? From down here on the ground, it looks just cloudy, not windy. I guess it's different up there where the planes fly. The weather's a bit uncertain today. Aunt Eva looked at the TV in the lounge. The weather forecast was being broadcast, informing us that a typhoon was approaching the Kanto region? Typhoon again? This is no helping it. The annual family conference being held in October. Couldn't have chosen a better season. Agree. I've always hoped we could have it sometime around the Open Festival in mid-August. In that case, why do you suggest that to Father Nissan during the conference? Very funny. Why don't you do it yourself? Our brother would never listen to anything I suggested. No way. Doesn't really bother me that much to have it in October. I was just saying you might want to propose since you said you hate typhoons so much. How only is it that typhoons only come around this time of year? You're the one who said you wanted to move it to the Open Festival, right? Well, you said it last year too. Didn't you say that it would be easier to fit into a schedule we had it during the open festival?
Never said anything like that.
Oh, yes, you did. I certainly wouldn't forget something like that.
No, I didn't. You're the one saying that all the time.
Didn't you know? Stopping a kick just a hair's away breath from the impact is a very high-level technique.
Yeesh, when your age shouldn't be spread the legs like that.
Dad and Aunt Eva's argument looked no different from a couple of brats quarreling. Is that so wrong? Don't they usually behave like normal parents? They're right back into kids again when they meet their siblings at these family conferences.
You're the one who looks like a real adult, analyzing it all calmly.
Hope I never turned out like that old bastard. I also end up as an intellectual adult like you, Anarchy.
Like me?
Oh, I still have a long way to go. I still have very little experience out there in the real world, and I need to work on becoming more confident and sociable. I think you've surpassed me and all those counts, Ballercoon. I'm sure you outshot me fast enough when you became an adult. George Anarchy scratched his head and laughed as though he was trying to hide his embarrassment. Of course, he was just being humble. Anarchy entered the university and became an apprentice at Uncle Hideyoshi's company at the same time, studying both academics and how to become a business emperor in parallel. Then, right after graduating, he got into Uncle Hideyoshi's company as his father's aide. Piling up a lot of real-life experience, he devoted himself zealously to his work. His great dream is to one day stand on his own and build up his own kingdom. Anarchy is a real paragon of man, sparing no effort as he strives towards his goal. There's no exaggeration to say that I really respect him. And then there's me. Nothing at all like Anarchy.
I live a happy-go-lucky, ideal high school life
To the max. Got no dreams of the future. I think just sit back, stay cool, and let the money flow in. Of course, that could never happen. When Anarchy was my age, he already formed an impressive objective and had started devoting himself towards studying for that goal, so I guess I can't compare at all. Ada just says, sure, you can study at my company if you like cleaning toilets. And I'm not going to be in the debt of that old bastard. I'll find my way myself. Only willpower is all it took to become an adult. If I go on one of those self-searching journeys that are all the rage these days, it's not like I can mooch off my parents for that kind of money. Right then, Uncle Hideyoshi shouted out loudly. He's a really nice person on the whole, but he does have a problem controlling the volume of his voice. When I looked over, I saw that he was greeting Aunt Rosa, who had come late.
Ho-ho! Reverend Rosa-san! Maria-chan, long time no see!
Long time no see! Ooh! Maria, shouldn't it be it's good to see you again? Your uncle properly. Ooh! It's good to see you again.
There you go. How sad. How about some candy as a reward? Oh, huh? What did I put up here?
Oh, Zan, it's good to see you again. It's good to see you too, Maria-chan. Yeah, it's been too long. Harry-Nisan, Hideyoshi-Nisan. Anne? Oh my, Balakun. Look how big you've gotten.
Come on. I was hearing that from every person I meet. Hey, Rosa. Hey, Rosa. Really? Plane was on time, you barely have made it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had some trouble making our train connection. So, are we waiting on the weather again? Oh, don't complain. How much over the 30-minute plane trip to spending 6 hours bouncing you out on a boat? If we were kept waiting here for an hour, it'd be much faster overall.
Maria-chan's gotten huge, too. So how tall are you now?
Ooh! So how tall am I now? Maria-chan parroted Uncle Hideyoshi's question, looking up to your mother. Guess she doesn't remember her own height. She's probably right in the middle of a growth spurt, so her height must have changed every month. Give a few more years and she'll suddenly start looking feminine. Just how tall were you the last time you got measured? You keep getting bigger and bigger, don't you? Right. Ew! I think she's doing a lot of success here. Let's see, she turned 9 years old this year, didn't she? 9 years old! Ew! That's right, you're 9 years old now! Let's see, you're doing well too, Maria-chan.
Up. You go. I guess Sir got me in here to play airplane with you.
Sure, Johnny, what a rude thing to say to you, lady. Here, I'll do it. Up you go! Ew! When I went to lift her up in Anaki's place, Maria stiffened defensively, staring suspiciously at my face. Ah, that's right. The last time I met Maria was 6 years ago and she was only 3 years old. Of course, she doesn't remember my face. Maria-chan, don't you remember? It's Batherkun. We used to play together, remember?
Ew!
No surprise, I guess. You don't keep memories of that age.
You must know everyone's face apart from mine because you met each of them every year. I had contact with the Ushiro-Mia family for about 6 years now. Which is surprised as a 9-year-old girl who doesn't have any memories of me. You and I can only just barely remember her being a 3-year-old crybaby. Maria, this is Ballard Oni-chan. Without Nissan's son. Understand?
The brother's son is... Brother is the son... Eh? Ew!
The U sound was probably your brain going to overload the complicated explanation. I guess the phrasing of that was a bit confusing. Ni or Oni, the title you use to refer to an actual older brother, you can also be an friendly honorific for a boy who's only a little older than you. Just like Ni or Oni, Ne or One, the word for big sister. Maria-chan, this is Ballard-kun. He's her cousin, like me.
Like George Oni-chan. Battler!
Cousin.
Ew!
That's right! You got it! This part of Aniki is what makes me really look up to him. For someone who isn't married, he's just great at dealing with kids. I'm sure he'll be an indulgent father in the future.
Battler Oni-chan.
Maria looked straight at me with a questioning expression as though asking whether it was okay to call me that. Yep, that's me, Battler! Nice to meet you, Maria.
Ew! Battler!
Maria, you mustn't talk to him like that. Call him Ballard Oni-chan. That's alright, Aunt Rosa. What's with the small stuff? Hey, Maria! We're close enough that we don't need honorifics, right?
Battler! 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 Ew! Ew!
That's right, Maria, Maria, Maria! Who? We horsed around for a while to make up for the 6-year gap in our friendship. He probably still thinks of me as nothing more than a big new friend. Things will probably work out as long as we get to get on with each other again. But I'm surprised. It's just the way I remember her being 6 years ago. It seems that people just don't change that much after all. I'm a bit happy that she's still the pure, innocent girl I remember. Her name is written, of course, is pronounced Maria. The third character looks like a cross, which is pretty cool. Oh! Her feelings don't usually show up on her face, so it can be difficult to know just what she's thinking, but that's just how it looks on the outside. On the inside, she's just a sweet, normal girl. Then there's Maria's mother, Aunt Rosa. She's my dad's younger sister. Rosa is written... Here's a name that's totally not Japanese. Sorry to say, but her name's almost as ridiculous as Dad's. We gotta respect her for not ending up as screwed up as he is. I think about all the names in my family sound foreign. Why is grandfather so obsessed with that? Because of him, even we grandchildren put up with this weird naming sense. It's even more annoying since grandfather's own name is perfectly normal. Anyway, there's one thing about Aunt Rosa that's really familiar to the rest of our family. No, Bastard and Eva have this annoying urge to tease him out all the time. But even though she shares their blood, Aunt Rosa isn't like that at all. She has the most common sense among all the siblings. Like Uncle Hideyoshi, she's the kind aunt who's always be on the kid's side. However, possibly because she's more strict as a parent, she's not as liberal with handing out spending money like Uncle Hideyoshi. Okay, now I've had the entire group of family members who are going to board the plane. At that moment, as those has wait for all of us to arrive and announce and ring out throughout the lobby. Our apologies for the delay. Boarding will now commence for flight 201 to Nijima. We ask that the passengers please form 2 lines in front of the counter behind the white line.
Rosa, you haven't gone through boarding procedures, right? Hurry up!
Oh no. Maria, come on!
Ew!
You had to go through a metal detector before going out on the runway. Our small plane was as massive as an international flight, but it was still a plane. The staff member holding a metal detector checked us all. Once all of us clear the check, follow the staff members out onto the runway. Come think of it, everyone here is in the Ushiro-Mia family. Our group stopped in front of the entrance to the airplane. Then our guide turned around and spoke. Looking down at the passenger list as he did so. Boarding will now commence. As I call out the names on the passenger list, Please take your seats in the order, starting from the front row to the right side and going right to left, then on to the next row. I will now begin reading the passenger list. Ishiro Miya Hideyoshi-sama.
Oh, I'm first. Right here. Oh, wait, do you have some candy, Eva? I'm learning all of this or something, but I can't find any.
Ishiro Miya Eva-sama. They're my handbag. Okay, want much for inside the plane. I've heard that the candies are a good way to protect your ears from hurting because of variations in atmospheric pressure when landing or taking off. That's probably what they're talking about. I want to get a window seat.
Don't worry. There aren't any other kinds of seats.
As George Aniki said, they were preparing only 2 lines of seats. This is what a small plane is like. We are totally sure it's not going to shake, right? Ishiro Miya George-sama.
Right here. Don't worry, Battler-kun. Won't shake too much.
Ishiro Miya Battler-sama.
Aniki, what do you mean by not too much?
You can just swim if you fall from a boat, but if a plane crashes, you're screwed, right?
We got our own parachutes in our seats, don't we? Wait, we don't?
Ishiro Miya Rudolph-sama.
Come on, Bo, stop saying there's slack-jawed to get in.
Ow, Dad! Don't push me! I don't get parachutes!
Ishiro Miya Kirei-sama. Okay, you two, stop fooling around. Let's move on in.
Wow, Gary, don't push me! This blockhead isn't moving!
Ishiro Miya Maria-sama.
Ooh! Let's move on in!
Ishiro Miya Rosa-sama.
Maria, be quiet.
This is Pilot Kawabata. We'd like to thank you for taking New Tokyo Aviation Flight 201 today. We estimate that the flight to Nijima Airport will take around 20 minutes. We are receiving reports of atmospheric turbulence. There may be some shaking on the aircraft, so we ask that you not unfasten your seatbelts after takeoff. Aniki, did that guy say we need to wear seatbelts? Yeah, John will dread that they undo them and after takeoff, right? It's gonna shake so much we can't take them off?
Damn it, you tricked me! It is going to shake after all!
Where are the parachutes?
Maybe we should have taken the boat!
The Legend of the Golden Witch. Should have taken the boat. The boat.
Ah! Oh! Ew.
Maria, that's enough. Oh, what a surprise. I thought there was nothing that could scare Balakun.
You can't handle vehicles for some reason. Always yells about falling and sinking and stuff. You're a disgrace of man, you are.
Ah, shut up! That thing was seriously shaking way too much. I got a little stressed since it was my first time on a small plane like that. Oh, that a little stressed? Sounds like me fun taking an overseas vacation with you, Balakun. Would you like to go to Egypt with your aunt? You get to ride a plane for a full 14 hours. That's a good plan. Balakun, you should go. You should let Eva Nissan, help me up some.
Now. Everyone's got their own strong and weak points. It's bad to laugh at them.
Dad, you're laughing too. Hey, Maria-chan, you shouldn't laugh anymore. Shouldn't laugh anymore? Ew! Damn it! Thinks your playing truly such a big deal? Everyone obviously thinks I'm a big oaf now.
Split up and took separate taxis from the airport to the harbor. From there on, we'd be taking a boat to the island. Islands are right next to each other, so the chance of distance of the trip wasn't that great. By boat, it was literally 30 minutes to the island. When we reached the pier where the boat to the island was anchored, we saw a figure waving at us.
George Nissan! It's been so freaking long.
Jessica-san, it's been a year since I saw you. You got a little tall again, haven't you?
Yeah, don't give me that. It's embarrassing when you say it every year.
Hey, Aniki, you gotta be kidding me.
Is that really Jessica? Wait a sec, George. Is this big guy Battler?
Both stared at each other. She definitely didn't look like that in my memories, but I remember her crazy way of talking.
Yo, Jessica! What's this now? You're kidding me, you look like a woman now. What are those, boobs? Even you managed to get a chest. Let me rub them, Don't screw around with me, I'm a blushing flower of 18. Of course my hair grew long and I got these. What, you think I got boobs just to get fondled by you, loser? And speaking of you sure, you got all ridiculous huge, but you got a bit stronger too. Don't screw me, I'll show you how much training I've done since back then. You're pissing me off. I'll be you at your own game.
The sister-on girl's name is... She was born under the same month like stars and sharing the same kind of weird name.
What? Anyway,
It's pronounced Jessica. Dad's older brother's daughter. That brother happens to be the oldest son of the Yushiromiya family, so for now it means Jessica is the direct family heir. And Jessica and I are the same age and sometimes had little boy-girl squabbles with each other. We've always been used to fighting and joking around together whenever the relatives gather. Jessica grew up more quickly, so she beat me in terms of size and physical strength. When we scuffled in a contest of strength, it usually went Jessica's way. So even though I realized I'd grown bigger, part of my mind was so convinced that I couldn't beat Jessica.
What? Whoa! What the? What, you're getting all serious for... Ow, how? Hey, this is nothing. This has gotten weak. Shut up. I'm a girl. Of course I couldn't beat a guy with physical strength forever, right?
Well, you've got a point there. The meat I put on my arms all went to your chest. It looks like it'd be pretty even test of strength in my arms and your boobs, don't you think?
Tony, my boobs are for you to fill up. Besides, how about you, your cute little elephant son? Get a bigger to go with the rest of you? Stop it, idiot. No, you perv. We ruined for marriage. Don't touch my crotch. No, don't say stuff people are going to misinterpret.
Honestly, I was super surprised how feminine Jessica had become that I had to joke around like an idiot to hide it. Well, considering what a bossy brat she was 6 years ago, anyone would be surprised. I guess she's just as surprised. Probably wasn't expecting to lose to me in a test of strength. Not losing that easily, so must be shocked by how much I've grown in the past 6 years. 6 years? He's gonna be shown just what a huge gap of time that was.
Crap, total defeat. I have no match for you anymore.
That's not true. Even Balaga must have his weaknesses. Right, Maria-chan?
Ew! Ba! Shh, cut it out, Maria. Let's keep that a secret, okay? Aww. The hell are you talking about?
Sorry, there's no chance you can see the weakness of mine now. After all, that nightmare plane trip is already over and done with. Only thing left is that nice, quiet sloshing in the boat ride. I never thought I'd start loving that piece of junk boat this much. Hee. Huh? Georgie-san, is there some... Georgie-san, is there something wrong with his head? You'll understand soon enough. Very soon. The time I didn't get what Aniki meant by that big smile.
Now we're here. Oh, son, how big you've grown.
Who's it this time? It's an old lady with an apron. Oh yeah, that takes me back. Remember now? Remember her, right? It's
Kumasawa-san, the servant. I could never forget you, Kumasawa-bachan. After all, you hadn't aged a bit in these past 6 years. If anything, I'd say you're looking younger than ever.
Oh ho ho! Lately, my skin's been getting quite smooth and silky. Look, my chest has my chest gotten bigger as well. How do you like a little feel?
You're kidding, right? My breast falling strictly into bouncy girls.
I was quite bouncy in my youth. Don't be shy, fond of your heart's content.
Yeah, give me a break. It's girls I'm looking for, not grannies. The jokes I cried about Jessica were being turned against me. Come think of it, Kumasawa has always been the type to tease people. Kumasawa-san, stop that now. People with one foot in the coffin shouldn't jump around.
This war was young. It's the most rejuvenating medicine. Oh.
It's ready for you to come pick us up, Kumasawa-san.
Usually your lumbago kicks in whenever someone gives you a job to do. Oh, Iwa-sama, you're harsh as ever. I found myself with an urgent purchase to make, and while I was at it, I thought I would come welcome you all. But it does give a good bad impression if one waiting to use an elder declared woman. Ho ho ho!
Ani was spoke sarcastically, but Kumasawa-bachan's years of experience was nothing to sneeze at. She was more than capable of smoothly and coolly deflecting that comment. Well, if it was bad to say it, but old Kumasawa-bachan may be past her prime as a servant. She might act as though she's in good health, but between the headaches and her lumbago, her body's wearing out. To tell the truth, the very fact that she's still working is impressive. How old is she this year again? She must be pushing 80 at least. Incredible that she's still able to act so cheerful.
You just seem to get more and more lively. That's right, here you are. It's the tea I told you about before. Look, I bought you some. Please do try it on later.
I think that she remembered a promise she'd apparently made last year and faithfully brought. Her thoughtfulness was just like Aunt Rosa. She wasn't the kind of person who would forget or break a promise. Kumasawa-bachan seemed deeply touched. Not only that Aunt Rosa remembered this year-old promise that she would bring a gift to a simple servant like her. This woman is Kumasawa Chiyo-san. She's a senior servant who's been working at the Ushiromiya head family household for many years. As he checks her age range, it's her strong point, but she's the kind of super servant who can handle just about anything else, from kitchen work to cleaning and laundry. Seems like her only flaw is a tendency to slack off. I hear she tries to get away from heavy or troublesome work by playing up her chronic disease. In Kumasawa-bachan's case, this was probably a sign of craftiness rather than laziness. It probably doesn't impress those paying her salary. Ah well, usually she's pretty flaky when it comes to work. I could never dislike her. I guess that's probably because of her cheerfulness and her constant smile. Wow, I'm glad to see you're in fine spirits. How's the back doing, then?
The medicine's not getting one whit better. With the doctor, nothing can be done with this one. It's what you might call an incurable disease. Ho ho ho!
Anyway, Jessica-chan just keeps getting prettier. Good thing she takes after Netsuhi-san.
Really? So you don't think we all look at all alike? I mean, I don't even want to be like my parents. Got zero respect for them. No, you shouldn't say such things.
There are quite a few people who don't want to be like their parents, or in our family.
Ah, that's me.
Sure as hell better not take after me. Nose is looking like mine already, pissing me off.
What are you talking about?
You're surprisingly like you and father. Oh, come on. Nah, you can't be serious. Because I'm like my dad.
You're a lot like you, makes you sound arrogant, prideful. You are.
How's blood especially strong in you, Nissan?
When you say so, Rosa.
Oh, absolutely. Frost Nissan and Rudolph Nissan are almost unbelievably like Dad. Alright already. Why am I the only one under fire from the girls? Hey, Yoshi Nissan, give me a hand, please. My, Rudolph-kun. You are so bothered with the ladies. I'm jealous. Wah ha 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 ha.
That's just hard enough to make me jealous. Well then, everyone, shall we head over to the boat? Come on now, Maria-san. Let's get on the boat together. Get on boat together! Ew! Everyone gets on together! Ew!
Hell yeah, this time around I'm not gonna be scared. I'm used to being shaken by the waves. With that piece of junk fishing boat, I'm less afraid of the shaking the engine breaking down and the boat drifting off. Oh yes, Battlegoon, I forgot to tell you. That fishing boat was completely worn out, so it was taken out of commission a few years back. Now I gotta take the island different boat.
Oh, right. Fella's first time in the new boat?
It's super comfy.
And freaking fast. Got crazy high speeds.
Oh. That means less travel time, right? That sounds great. To worry about seeing is less scary than being on a plane. But it'd still be awesome to get over with as quick as possible.
Ew. Is Bella going to fall again?
It's only on airplanes. Everything's fine now.
Anyways, the captain's trying to enjoy a kind of moderate high-speed boat. Seems like he's pretty souped up. He's bragging about how he attached four his high fishing propellers to make it break 40 knots or something like that. He talks about it all the time, so we can sort of memorize his spiel.
Yeah, I've got to memorize too, so we hear about it every year. Captain says he's given his system modding ever since he lost his speed gunners with a foreign boat ages ago. According to him, that opponent managed to break 30 knots with just a fishing boat.
And he's there for a revenge match, gonna build an awesome all-new super high-speed modded boat. I'm sure you love it, Ballard.
Super high-speed modded boat? The first thought was that this would be much better than some beat-up boat that might sink at any moment. For some reason, I got this feeling of foreboding. Probably just overthinking it. Hey Ballard, maybe you should just swim to the island. Battlegoon, you shouldn't be leaning over the railing too much. Might fall.
Ew, ew! Oh!
Damn it! This is why you want grinning back there? Is it the super high people that the captain started modding? Oh yes, that being a junk fishing boat for zero doesn't know what to carry with this guy.
Whoa, it's shaking, it's shaking, it's shaking, it's shaking! Gonna fall, fall, fall! Ew, ew! Gonna fall, fall, fall!
I fall in the ocean drown. Where's the parachute? I mean, where's the buoy?
Give me a life jacket!
Ballard, what the heck are you doing that for? Jessica-chan, Maria-chan's not nice to tease. Ballard, couldn't be scared that just will come out under the deck. I think we can calm down a bit if we go inside the boat. That's a no thank you, Anarchy. Shipwreck victims always want inside a boat. The survivors are usually those on the deck during the accident. I'm saying right here.
And it's shaking! I'm gonna fall! Whoa! Shake! Gonna fall!
Liberty, I told you to behave yourself. The Battlegoon looks like you really can't handle it. I'll just go to the cabin to slow down for you. Oh, Aunt Rosa, thank you! Don't you know that safe, slow driving, really ready to go, even on the sea? Don't do that, Rosa. College relations are both for young men. Isn't that right, Battlegoon? You might be able to become a little soft and scared like this. Flight's never ready to go to Egypt with your aunt.
Whoa, Aunt Eva, you're so mean! Oh no, I'm gonna fall! I'm checking parachute! Whoa!
Wait, I gotta spin around and think that way. What's Amy aiming for? Is she doing this to scary? That's what I'm aiming for. Too bad, like how I'll be scared. No, I'm gonna fall! So, after I made a huge screw myself for a while, Aunt Rosa had a talk with the boat captain, and he slowed down to a more manageable speed for me. Ah, that's a bit better. I was gonna die earlier. And the max speed I can tolerate is extremely slow. That just now was completely insane. Oh, boat was shaking, gliding and leaving on the ocean's surface. Felt like I was riding in the back of a flying fish. It was still guffing at me as I leaned against the railing, tired and disheartened. Lost in the strength counts early, but I'm glad to see that no worse where it really counts. But seriously, you suck, Balor. Shut up. Well, he says I'm gonna fire when he's in back at you, and then your boobs will be mine to squish. Yeah, sure. Good luck with that. Wahahaha. Ew, Balor all week. Yeah, Balor all week. What do I land on, the ocean or the sky? Maria was patting back, so I patted her head in return. The expression is blank as usual, but I realized that she wanted to console me. Balor and the captain's throwing in drinks to make up for this. You like when I calm yourself down? George Aniki and Kumasawa Bachan brought us all ice-cold cans of salt drinks with beads of water. Judging Kumasawa-san's big grin, our parents inside the boat were probably all rolling me laughing at my moment of pure terror. Damn it, I'm so embarrassed I can't bear to face any of them. I didn't change the subject now. I had the feeling I'd be the butt of everyone's joke for the whole trip. So I tried to think of something harmless to talk about. Hey Jessica, how don't go cross and Aunt Natsui doing? My old man and my mom. Aren't you that fine? Oh, every other word out of their mouths is study, study, which pisses me off. I'm so jealous it doesn't look Uncle Hideyoshi or Uncle Rudolph would say stuff like that. Oh no, where at my exams, my parents kept pressing me about it over and over again. That was annoying then, but now I'm grateful. Ha, I knew it. You are awesome, Aniki. Anyway, I have to look after myself. One tells me what to do. Oh, it's not like I'd listen to it if they did, hee. Sandy has not to your parents' home. I'll kind of go back now and then. Got lots of clothes and stuff left at the house I was living in until recently. Ew! Father has 2 houses? Something like that. Why? Why do you have 2 houses? Ew! Ew! Only Mirror, who couldn't really grasp the situation, voiced his naive question. However, the others just shot nervous glances at me, choosing not to respond even though they knew the answer. Maria! Look, you can see the harbor now. Look over there. Can you see it? Ew! Saw the harbor! Saw the harbor! Apparently Jessica was trying to be nice by changing the subject. Ah well. I'll not talk about it if I can help it, but it's uncomfortable to have it treated like some kind of weird taboo. I don't mind it that much myself anymore. And then we remember the Ushiro Miya family. The truth is that for the last 6 years I've been living with my grandparents on my late mother's side. I've even been using her family name. When those grandparents passed away, one after the other, there's no choice but to go back and live with the old bastard. Don't get me wrong, I didn't just run away from home or anything like that. The only one I fought here is my dad. I don't really blame Kairi-san. Being able to hold that old bastard reins and ride him out is no mean feat. Still, the way that old bastard betrayed my mom. Unfortunately, something's only gone over that. Ahem! We'll be getting there soon. George Aniki clears though, trying to change the subject. Please forgive me my discretion. This old woman has said too much already. If I have hurt your feelings. Oh, mine and no one's feelings are hurt. Don't worry, Kumasawa Bachan. Kumasawa-san seemed to regret being out of turn. But I was more concerned about being worried over for something like that. Just stood up and passed it off lightly. After that, I had to sip my drink and head over to Maria and Jessica, who were gazing at the silhouette of the island. Ew! Father, I saw the island! Saw the island! There! Ew! Where is... Ah, I see it now. Even after 6 years, the island hasn't changed a bit. The small island silhouette in front of us had gotten pretty close. The island's name is Rokkenjima. The small island about 10 kilometers around, located in the Izu Archipelago. They call this archipelago the Izu 7. Lots of people think there are only 7 islands, but that's not true. There's actually several more, and Rock and Jima is one of the minor islands that doesn't get counted. If that were the case, I doubt you'd find many who knew about this island. Only people connected to the Ishiguro Miya family ever go there. In other words, outsiders and tourists never have any reason to care about it. So you never find this island's name in a travel brochure. After all Rokenjima is an estate possessed by the Ishiguro Miya family head. Only the Ishiguro Miya family lives there, and only people connected to Ishiguro Miya family come and go to there and from here. There's nothing there except a harbor and a mansion. The vast majority of the island is still just uncultivated forest. It's a waste when it could be made a nice golf course or something. Golf courses are a waste. However, when we realize that the entire coastline is a private beach, it starts to sound pretty magnificent. You probably guessed it by now, but put it simply, well, the Ushiguro Miya family just rolling in dough. That family apparently possesses a vast fortune. And Dad and the others who make up the branch families have built up plenty of wealth for themselves, finding success in their respective businesses. I haven't lived in commerce life with my grandparents over these 6 years. They're completely forgotten. That old bastard's house really is elegant, and everything about it is tuned to match the snobbish taste of the annoying rich. I'm thinking, I guess that makes George, Aniki, Jessica, and Maria and me wealthy, high-class gentlemen and ladies. At least say none of us think of ourselves that way at all. I see myself as being rich, and George Aniki takes self-discipline very seriously. Doesn't let himself get too comfortable. Just because he's always complaining how she'd rather move to the city than be rich. Maria's still a kid who isn't even interested in money at all. Does that have to make us any less snobbish? From the perspective of people in poverty who can't pay the bills, who really have been blessed with a lot. This isn't the place to explain any further, so I won't. Anyway, it's the same as not being able to choose the parents you're born from. I didn't ask to be born into a rich family, and I don't think it's really something to be envied. I mean, pretty tiring when people are prejudiced against you just because you're rich and refuse to judge you by your merits. As I pondered these sentimental thoughts, Maria started shouting and leaned over the rail.
Ew! Gone!
What's wrong, Maria? You drop something?
Ew! Ew! Gone! Gone! Ew! Ew! Ew!
Maria kept yelling, "Gone! Gone!" It sounded as though she had dropped something, but while she shouted, she also pointed out over the ocean. What's wrong? What's gone? I only got for a tube you want. What is it? If you dropped something, you probably would have looked down on the floor. Maria was pointing out over the ocean. I'm going to assume by the gesture that she had spotted something, but she kept saying that something wasn't there. Strange. Ever since my last memories of the place came from 6 years ago, I was a spy for Aniki, who comes here every year. Huh? If I remember correctly, wasn't there a torii or something on top of the small crag around here? Probably was definitely there. I remember well, since we get closer to the island, it's first thing to greet us like a landmark. Wow, you're amazing, Valor. Even though it's been 6 years, remember? It was here, wasn't it? I remember, too. That Tutelari's god shrine, that torii-like thing, we're standing all alone on that crag. Now that you mention it, they're gone, aren't they? I'm sure they were still here last year.
Gone! Gone! Ew! Ew! Ew!
Maybe they washed away by the waves or something. The small cracks, they probably got torn away over time.
Well, that's my theory too. I saw some of that had disappeared. They say an enormous lightning bolt came crashing down one evening. It's just the shrine. The fishermen whisper that having a thunderbolt fall on our honored tutelary, that must be a port and of approaching misfortune. Kuwaba bara, kuwaba bara.
Kumasawa-san smiled impishly as if teasing us, rubbing her hands together while intoning a Japanese phrase meant to ward off lightning. However, Maria apparently took this seriously and stared fixedly over the ocean to where the crag housing the shrine god was supposed to be.
A portent of misfortune. Ew.
Enough, Kumasawa-san. Maria's old enough to get that kind of joke. Okay, Maria-chan. Chan? Just a coincidence. Nothing scary is gonna happen. George Aniki put a hand on Maria's shoulder to calm her down, but Maria's shy-eyed expression didn't waver.
Misfortune. Misfortune.
Maria muttered that word over and over. Only repeating a single word over and over is a habit that Maria's had for a long time. However, since the word she was saying was literally a nil omen, it was a bit creepy. Hey now, Maria. Say it over and over like that, misfortune will really end up happening, you know? I tapped Maria's other shoulder. Maria whipped her head around, stared in my face, and spoke unblinkingly.
Ew! Misfortune is coming!
Huh? And just where's it coming from? Angela light Harley trying to break the tension in the air. At that moment, Maria held up a finger, raised her arm high, and pointed up to the heavens. I looked up, I saw the sky was still just as cloudy, but it had grown a great deal more leaden. It had been that morning. Right, they were saying that a typhoon was approaching. I plan to spend one night on the island, but if this storm doesn't pass quickly, I won't be able to make it to school on Monday. Oh, I guess it makes for a pretty good excuse to be absent.
Ew.
Apparently, sensed some kind of misfortune in the cloudy sky. I've been doing that non-stop for a while now. Susan Marie's age to be very impressionable. She's just about that age that many girls start to get excited about sixth senses, or they have any sight potential and stuff. Well, we know this might be due to her childish, sensitive nature. It's okay, Maria-chan. Weather might get worse tonight, but tomorrow it'll clear up and become a pretty blue sky.
Ew. Pretty blue sky. Ew.
That's right, by tomorrow it'll be a pretty blue sky. There's no rain that doesn't end and no clouds that never clear.
Ew. Rain that doesn't end. Clouds that never clear. Ew.
The typhoon's coming, but soon it'll go away. It'll be okay, Maria.
Ew. Ew. Ew, ew, ew. Ew, ew, ew.
Maria started yelling, ew, ew. It's though she was having a tantrum because no one could understand what she was trying to say. What in the world is Maria so desperately trying to warn us about? When I to understand her, we couldn't help but feel a vague sense of misfortune. Not that everyone can feel the supernatural, but that it weakens as you age. That might mean that Maria, the youngest one of us all, still possesses some kind of sense that the rest of us had lost. I wonder if that sense is sending us her a warning. At that moment, Kumasawa-san quietly opened her mouth.
Rumor has it that long ago Rokenjima was.
Kumasawa-san?
Let's not talk about it now.
Mrs. Kumasawa-san was about to tell some kind of story, Jessica sharply interrupted her. Jessica's tone was extremely firm for her. I wanted to push her further, just out of simple curiosity. Judging by the look on Jessica's face, whatever Kumasawa Bachan was likely to say would probably make Maria even more uneasy. I did try to press her for the story. The odds were pretty good that I wouldn't be anything bright and cheery.
Oh, I do apologize for that. The windy years are for there for the outer so you would excuse me for now.
Afterwards, there was no reason to hang around after they'd been told to stop chatting. When Kumasawa-san finally realized she'd overstepped her bounds, she went back inside the boat. After she left, Uncle Hideyoshi showed up in her place. Since he arrived mid-conversation, he completely failed to notice the complicated atmosphere that hung over the scene. So he refreshingly and wittingly swept that atmosphere aside. In the end, it was his lack of tact that brightened the mood. Looks like we're almost there. Okay, just a little bit more. Took forever at the speed we went today, didn't it? I wonder whose fault that was. Wahahaha! Oh, Uncle Hideyoshi, give me a break already.
Come on, don't stop there.
Seriously, thanks to Ballard, it's taking forever.
Ew.
Mary probably thought that everyone was using to listen to her, younger head wearing a fretful expression. As she did, George Aniki crouched down to meet her eyes and spoke to her kindly. Maria-chan, nothing to be afraid of, because we're all together. There's nothing to be afraid of if we're together. Go ahead and say it.
Ew. There's nothing to be afraid of if we're together.
Yeah. There's nothing to be afraid of if we're with each other.
Ew.
That's right, exactly what George Aniki said. We stay together, there'll not be anything at all to be afraid of. Right, Jessica?
Yeah, no doubt about that. What Georgie-san says is always true, Maria. Aww. Georgie-san, Oni-chan, always true.
Yes. Don't lie. But trust me. Nothing to be afraid of, we're all together.
Ew. George Oni-chan doesn't lie. I trust you. Nothing to be afraid of if we're all together. Ew, not afraid.
Maria jumped up into George Aniki's arms and hugged him tightly. After Aniki patted her head, she jumped away again. Her facial expression had undergone a 180-degree turn, turning back to normal. It
Once again, back to the ordinary Maria.
Ew! There's nothing to be afraid of anymore, because we're together. Ew, ew!
Yeah, that's it. Look all better now. Strong and that's awesome.
Ew! I'm awesome!
Right now, what's going on here? We're chanting at Caesar, did she?
Oh, something like that. We'll be arriving soon.
Barbara is already drawing near.
Ah, that worked! Ha-ha! What the fuck? Oh god, okay. Okay, so I figure... So we might have to do that a couple times then. Got it, fine, fuck. Butterflies fly above. Oh, Jesus Christ, there's so many characters. Hey? What? Why the fuck is there singing? What? Was that a fucking demon pillar from Fate Go? What the fuck? Okay. It looks like there might be a bit of magic. Oh, guns. I feel like this game is begging me to conspiracy about it. Great, okay. Holy shit, I really want to play this more now after this day. Great. Oh fuck, this is just begging to get conspiracy. Oh no. No, I didn't realize it would be quite this immediately intriguing. Fuck. Oh, is this a different fucking thing? Umineko when BB cries. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why is Mary McDowell wearing Justice Grip? My voice like my graphics, baby, you're reading a fucking VN. And I want to experience the fucking best shit. Fuck you. I also like voice acting too because you get the idea what the fuck characters are at least roughly supposed to be like. Trust you, the original art is better than the alternative for the Steam version. Yeah, boy. This is extremely different from the fucking first opening we saw. Okay, looks like I can't read Japanese! Oh no, a guy's looking downward. This looks like cheap Tumblr art. Yeah, there's something actually so. Why is there a fucking message in a bottle? Welcome to Rokkenjima. I'm crying. The Legend of the Golden Witch. Yushiro Miya Battler. This feels so fucking weird because these are just real blurry pictures. So is anyone going to be in the story who isn't a Yushiro Miya? Shannon? And oh wait, we're getting a lot of names here. NG. Saying anything would be a spoiler, baby. Understandable. Is this a visual novel, or is there some gameplay that either you missed or has yet to come up? This is a kinetic novel, which is less interactive than a visual novel. If you can believe that. I know, baby, why do you act like a little girl when bugs come out? I have a phobia! Does he have a phobia of fucking...